Oh boy. Are we live? Can people hear us? Is it working? I sure hope so. I sure hope the live stream is working, man. I can't sleep. No matter what I do, I can't sleep. I've just been laying here, tossing and turning, desperately trying to get to bed, again and again and again, all night. I've been trying to get to sleep. And it's funny because I recorded all of these videos. Of me talking about, I think, some pretty personal stuff, Got a bit more revealing than I normally do, but I mean, hey, what does that mean for this channel? I'm constantly being revealing on this channel. If you watch the live streams, you probably have an idea of what I said anyway, so. Oh, doesn't really matter. But man, oh man. I feel like, or at least I did. I felt like every time I put out one of those videos, I'm just putting myself in the line of fire, right? Putting myself at extreme risk of just being misunderstood or misrepresented. That you kind of have to watch. You kind of have to watch the previous videos to be able to understand certain videos. You just watch one video out of context, it's like, how are you going to understand the point in it? I worry about that a little bit when I talk about more personal stuff. Is that, like one video, the point that's going to be made in it, the point that's going to be made in it is going to have, context surrounding it that you get from another video. And then the video just kind of expects you to understand what was in that last video. But it's like, if you don't have that previous context in the first place and you just hear the statements, then you end up being in a predicament where, you're going to draw conclusions from the video that weren't necessarily intended. I've tried to ruffle with this for a long time, and maybe the solution is to not break up the videos so much, or like maybe what I should be doing is to try and put all of the videos in like one. If I make a video that references to a point that I made in a video literally the same day, I feel like it's more logical to like put all of them as like one video, instead of putting them as like a bunch of different ones, Want to know what I'm drinking right now? I'm drinking Lipton peach tea. It doesn't even taste like tea, that's the funny thing. It doesn't even taste like tea. But it tastes like peach juice. Man, I love peach juice. Oh, peach juice is great. It tastes like peach juice, man. No, I always get more views on the streams when I do them at like 2 a.m. or like 12 a.m. Those always seem to be the hours that my viewers are awake at. It's like 12 a.m. Or, yeah, 12 a.m. When I do the 12 a.m. streams, there always seem to be a lot of people who come on. But when I stream at like 6 a.m., there usually are less people, which is understandable just because a lot of my viewers, I think, are night owls. They're awake only at night, like me. I would have been asleep several hours ago, if not for the fact that I just haven't been able to get to sleep. I've been keeping on tossing and turning, keeping on laying down, taking sleep medicines, anything that I can do. None of it has helped. None of it has helped me get to sleep. I've just been stuck in this perpetual stasis of not being able to get to fucking sleep. And the only way I can deal with it is by either consuming food or just making more videos. Like, when I deal with insomnia, I just make more videos. I just make as many videos as I can until I'm not bored anymore. Because being unable to sleep when you really need to sleep or when you really want to sleep is the single most boring feeling in the world. It's like you don't have enough energy to properly enjoy the things that you would want to do, and you also have too much energy to get to sleep. So you end up being stuck with this very, very weird situation where you're just doing the thing that you know how to do with the least energy, which in my case is videos. I can do videos without having, oh, hello, I33O. He says pee pee poo poo in the chat. He always says that. But, but like, I can do videos without having any energy whatsoever. I just have to make the videos. I just have to show up on camera and then talk. And so more often than not, like when I'm in an insomniac kind of state where I just can't sleep, where it's just really, really hard for me to sleep, what I end up doing is just like recording as much as I possibly can, and it sucks. Like I enjoy making these videos, but it's weird because the context surrounding them is me not being able to sleep, so I just make a shit ton of content in order to ignore it, in order to not think about the feeling, and I don't know, it's really weird. I just wish I just wish I could get to sleep. I just really, really wish I could get to sleep, man. That's what it is. Oh, 4 people. 4 people. The stream is slowly shooting up. I did not expect that at all. I have the lights off though because uh have you tried any medication? Um sending me to sleep. Yes, I'm too much of a sinner. My existence is sin. But have I tried any medication? Um, yeah, I've taken the sleeping pills that I have in the house, but it hasn't helped me get to sleep, unfortunately. I feel like my brain is just way too used to them. My brain is just way too used to the sleeping medicines that I take, so it doesn't really do anything. I didn't expect it to do anything. So I ended up just laying down there. Uh, If I had more effective medicines, I would probably be fine. I just don't have anything. Like, NASA in the chat said, drink till you pass out. I would be able to. I would be able to if I just had alcohol. I don't have any alcohol. So I'm just kind of sitting here. Seroquel plus dip. What are you? Seroquel plus DPH? No, that's not going to help me get to sleep. That's going to. That's literally. What do you mean? That's going. Seroquel plus DPH plus melatonin plus drinking. You sleep, might not wake up. Okay, I see. I see what you're doing. I mean, if you're in a legal state and don't mind, if you can try weed. Always works really well for me. No, weed helps me sleep a lot as well. I'm not in a legal state. You just buy it online. Um, but yeah, it's weed definitely helps a lot. Uh, but I don't have it. 25 to 50 mg DPH makes you sleepy. 700 mg is for shadow people. I want to talk about that. Is that I saw the shadow people yesterday. Technically, it still is yesterday because I haven't gone to sleep. Is that no, yesterday I woke up at 2. Yeah, I woke up at 2 p.m. Right now, it's currently 6:41 a.m. So I've been awake since then. But it was funny. It was funny. I was in a internet call, doing a live stream on doing a live stream on like on the other channel. On what was it? Someone invited me on the live stream, and so I did a live stream with them, and then uh better not be a Discord call. Yeah, I was on this live stream, and so I it was funny because I was looking at the screen. I was sitting in my chair looking at the screen, and then all of a sudden, this ginormous spider shows up across the screen, walks across the screen. I close, blink my eyes a couple times, and I'm like, "Whoa, what's going on there? Where did you show up, Mr. Spider?" Caught me off guard. It really did. It disappeared immediately after, but that was pretty fun. Um, it wasn't anything severe, obviously. Like it disappeared pretty soon after having seen it. It just kind of like crawled across the screen in an almost unrealistic way, and then just like it was gone. But I thought that was pretty funny. It's been a while since I've hallucinated something like that. Just because, you know, if you get CBD, in my case at least, it's there's a lot of studies on CBD that basically say it like works like an antipsychotic, and in my case, yeah, it's been able to sort of suppress a lot of the hallucinations and stuff that I get. Um, but that one was a fun one because it caught me off guard. I haven't had them in a long enough time that it caught me off guard. It was great. Mm. But yeah, but let me see here. When you said buy it online, do you mean from the dark web or from legitimate services like two states over? I mean just online on the dark places you go. That's where you get stuff. That's how it works. That's how. But yeah, I've been really tired. Um, and you know what I've been noticing? You know, the lion's mane, it was improving my memory. I thought, wow, lion's mane is improving my memory so much. It's doing so many good things. Um, Apparently not true anymore. My memory has been just as bad recently. I've been remembering things just as bad as I normally do. And so I'm like, fucking scam artists, fucking Chinese, fucking chink, fucking red chinks over here with their 1,000-year-old medicines, fucking tricking me, saying, oh, it's gonna improve your memory, man. It's gonna improve. It's gonna. No, not really. It didn't really do anything. Chinaman bad. Chinaman bad. I want to throw all of them into a fucking river and have them drown. It's like I'm sitting here like I thought it was improving my memory taking this lion's mane, and it taking the lion's mane did, I thought, oh, it's going to improve my memory. It's like, no. It's been just as bad. I thought there was an improvement. Maybe it was a placebo. Maybe it was a placebo or something. I don't know. But my memory has been just as bad recently, so I don't know. Um, just eat some rhino tusk with some giraffe dick to help you sleep, bro. Yeah, no, I'm gonna move to Africa. That's oh, that would be so funny if I came out tomorrow. Hey guys, I'm moving to Africa now. It would be exactly like me to be that inconsistent too. Not sure if any of this is sarcasm. I'll let you decide. I don't. If you watch my channel for long enough, eventually you'll be able to differentiate what are my opinions and what are not. I make a lot of really edgy jokes and stuff, but I kind of like it. I kind of like it when people get uncomfortable when I say things that are really racist or just bad. Um, you're on too many layers of irony for me to comprehend. I don't think I don't think you've seen people who are on insane levels of irony. Like what I'm doing is like baby stuff, to be honest. Um, he LARPs as a commie, but is actually a Nazi. But that too is a LARP. Damn. He's getting me. He's calling me out here. I've been exposed. I've been exposed live on stream, man. Mm. This peach stuff is actually really good. You know, I've been drinking this Lipton peach tea. You know, I don't like I don't like tea very much. I don't like tea very much. But but yeah, I've been drinking lots of peach tea, and it's really good. It took me a while to get into it. Like I had to sort of start out kind of trying to get myself used to drinking it, because at first I was like, okay, I, I don't I don't get the appeal of this, but the more that I drank it, the more I just couldn't stop. I really, really loved peach tea. It's so good. Um, I could drink it all the time. I really want to get what I really want to get is like one of those like gallon things of peach tea, and then just put it on my desk. I want to put the thing on my desk, have the gallon thing of peach tea, and constantly drink it. Water is still better. Yeah, water is better. Water is more refreshing. But it tastes good. Like peach tea just tastes good. Imagine not using 500 layers of irony to protect your fragile ego. I used to do that. No, I used to do that exact thing. Is that like when I was in debates and conversations with people online, I would just be as ironic as possible in order to avoid criticism, um, which I think is kind of dumb. I understand why people do it, but I feel like the goal of talking online with people should be to eventually stop doing stuff like that. It's to not let it affect you so much. So it affected me for like a long time, because I sort of associated like talking with disagreements online, or just disagreements in general, with like bad experiences I had with like my parents. So I sort of associated with like if I disagreed with someone really heavily, it sort of felt like I wasn't being accepted, or like I wasn't being understood, and it kind of reminded me of these early experiences of being just treated really badly. But then eventually I just stopped caring. And nowadays it just doesn't bother me anymore. But I think that's something that a lot of people, when they're younger, they tend to end up dealing with, especially if they've had weird fucking traumatic experiences and shit. Lipton fucking kills it with everything they put out, to be honest. This is the only thing by Lipton I've drank. Who are you, man? You're such a beta. Stop complaining. I refuse to stop complaining. My existence is a complaint. Welcome to the complaints channel. You wanna hear some complaints. You know what I'm gonna complain about now? Cars. Cars are too loud. Every single day. Every single day I sit in this fucking room, and I have a window. I have a window right over there. I have a window right over there, and I hear cars all the time. And it's going zoom zoom. It's here the car. This car is going by. Oh no, they're gonna crash into each other. That would be more interesting. I would be perfectly content with the idea of cars driving and making noise outside of the house if they just crashed into each other more. I think I think that would be way more entertaining than having to listen to fucking cars all the time. I don't like listening to cars all the time. That's not entirely true. I feel like if I lived in like a comfy apartment like above all of the cars, and then I could look down and be like, "Oh, look at all those cars." I feel like I would like that. But I don't like having to deal with loud ass motorcycles just right by your house. If you're above all of them, you can look down and go, "Oh man, it looks so cool." Uh Hey bro, you want to play some Fortnite? Yes. Uh, oh, by the way, that video about closing your mouth to stop saying like really helped me. I tried it for 2 days and it actually worked. Oh, cool. I'm glad it. Wait, you were the guy? You were the guy who asked me about that? Oh, wow. Yeah. I'm glad. I'm glad it was helpful to you. It helped me a lot a couple years ago. Uh, what time is it over there? It's 7 a.m. here. It's almost 7 a.m. here. It's 6:51 a.m. Yeah, it's 6:51 a.m. over here. Um, 12:51 here, running on 4 hours sleep. Oh, damn. Oh, Lord. Wait, is it AM or PM? I don't know. Well, we're 6 hours apart from one another, so I would assume it's PM. Yeah, I'm the guy. I've seen you in my comments section for the last like year and a half, I think. I think I've seen you around for like 2 years or something. I don't know, maybe I'm being insane here, but I think I've seen you for a really long time because I recognize that avatar and I recognize the name. So I feel like I've seen you around a lot. We must be in the same time zone, probably. I mean, you're in the Midwest, I'm in the South. Um, so you're in the Midwest. So you know what? I don't understand why Americans call it the Midwest. Because Minnesota, Ohio, and all these other states are in the East, right? But they call it the Midwest. They call Illinois the Midwest. Like, wouldn't it make more sense to call like Colorado and Oklahoma and those states the Midwest? Because they're actually on the west side of the country. But like when you think about, what people call the West, like in official terms, they call the Rust Belt the West. But the Rust Belt is right by New York and Maine and Massachusetts, and those are the Northeast. So why are they called the Midwest? It's crazy to me. I don't understand it. It makes no sense to me whatsoever. But it should just be called the Rust Belt because that's where like all the factory jobs are, or well, they used to be. They're kind of getting rid of them now. But yeah, like I don't understand why they don't call it the just call it the Rust Belt because there's rusty stuff going on over there or something like that. Uh, but yeah, I've been subscribed to you for a while, but YouTube just hasn't shown me your videos, so I assumed your channel or you for that matter just died. I think maybe part of it was because when I changed my name, YouTube like algorithmically suppressed my videos or something. I have no idea. Um, I mean, I produce a lot of videos. That could be it too. Is like maybe if you produce so many videos or something, YouTube just won't show them as much if you're not watching all the videos. I don't know. There's a lot of people who have sent me messages saying that they've been unsubscribed from my channel, that YouTube just unsubscribed from them, or what I've gotten messages saying that people just weren't getting them in their sub feed, and I don't understand what facilitates that. It's just kind of weird. Uh, 7 p.m. here. This stream is actually perfectly timed. Wow, so that's a full 24 hour. That's a full 24-hour difference. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Are you in Asia? I'm assuming you're in Asia because I use this website called time.is. It's called time.is, and basically you can see what time it is in any country. And I just have it on my computer all the time because 2 years ago I basically built this habit of always having time.is opened. um, and so I always had it opened just like in the background or on another monitor or something. I just always have it open. And so I sometimes click on the little things below that have like, this is the time in Moscow. This is the time in what's another place? Uh, what are other cities that exist? This is the time in London. This is the time in like Ulaanbaatar or Beijing or something. Like it just gives you the time for all the countries' capitals, basically. I think it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool website. Uh, but yeah, I use it a lot, so I sometimes will look. And usually the people who have like a 24-hour difference are usually in Asia, from what I've seen at least. Like, because I'm in the central time zone, so the people who are in like Southeast Asia, like Vietnam, Laos, Indonesia, these places, usually it's like a 24-hour difference, like literally 24 hours. Um, let's see. I mean, I turned the bell on now, so it's a non-issue. Thank you. I wouldn't be surprised if this channel had a really high audience retention rate. It's surprisingly high, to be honest. Like, it's weird to me because I just kind of ramble about nothing into the camera, and then people seem to watch it for some reason. And so Like I can kind of get away with being a really dumb guy because I guess people just want to listen to it, which I appreciate a lot. But I don't know. I like it's really weird to me the amount of people who listen to these videos. I think it's really cool. But yeah, yeah, like when I looked on the analytics, I don't look on the analytics very much just because I don't care. But yeah, when I looked on the analytics, it was weird to see how high the retention rate is, and the way that like the videos tend to get like at least 100 views and stuff. Like it seems weird because my videos are pretty inconsistent in topics. Like I don't have a consistent series besides maybe the language journey videos, which I've been too lazy to fucking make. So yeah, I don't have a consistent series. People just keep on watching them. It's pretty cool. I'm in Southeast Asia. Yeah, that's what I was guessing. Nick Homer, well, remember the he made that goodbye video last year. Oh yeah, yeah, a lot of people unsubscribed because of the goodbye video. Man, those were some weird times. I was like on this metaphysical shit. I was on this metaphysical shit of like wanting to be a Buddhist and becoming a normie and stuff. Mm. 100 autists giving you hundreds of hours watch time. Time to make 10-minute videos and put in 50 mid rolls. I I try not to put in too many mid rolls into the videos. I put in some. I put in some mid rolls, mostly just because I just this is the only way I can make money. So I have to put in mid rolls somehow. Man, I'm surprised. I'm really surprised by the amount of ad revenue I've made. Uses uBlock, nothing personal, kid. I think using uBlock is just like the right thing to do. I don't like these people who are YouTubers. I don't like these people who are YouTubers who go, "Oh, you shouldn't use uBlock, just watch my ads." Like that hiding in my room, like he has this video where he goes, "You shouldn't watch my you shouldn't watch my videos without ads on because I'm selling you a product." It's like no one is obligated to watch the ads on your videos. That like I don't understand that. Like people on YouTube are so obsessed. They're so obsessed with being entitled to their audience watching fucking boring ads. Like, if you don't want to watch boring ads, that's your choice. You shouldn't be penalized and fucking shouted at, just because people, just I don't understand. I don't understand this fucking meme of you have to watch ads, dude, because I'm giving you a product. You're just talking into a fucking camera. If someone wants to give you money for your product, quote unquote, they'll donate to your Patreon. They'll donate to your PayPal or some shit. They aren't obligated to watch ads. It's retarded. Like it's just a rite of passage. It's a rite of passage to use ad block on the internet. Everyone should do it. Unironically, everyone should use ad block unless they just really want to give that person ads. Because there's no reason to look at ads. They're a waste of time. I know in my own self-interest, I would never not use ad block. So why would I tell other people to not use it? It's just retarded. It's counterintuitive. Um, Let me see. Remember that forehead man meme? Yeah, no, that was great. I got that comment from that guy. He said he just kept making comments about my forehead, and so I turned it into a meme in the videos. I said, "Hello, everyone. It's 430 forehead man here," and I should bring that back. I need to make fun of myself more in videos because like I always get a big kick out of the people who make fun of me in the comments and think it's like, oh man, I'm coming after Star now. Yeah, I'm gonna get it with this. I like turning it into a meme for the videos because that shit's funny. Like it I I don't understand these people who think that I'm just gonna be destroyed by saying these things of like, bro, you complain too much or your videos are bad and all this stuff. It's like, why? Why would I care? Who cares? For all of the people who have a negative stance, there's going to be a bunch of other people who have a positive one. So who cares? Even if everyone has a negative stance, as long as you're just telling the truth, that's what matters. Dude, now that you mention all these things, I'm sad I missed all those vids. Well, I mean, the vids still exist. Like, they haven't disappeared. They're still there. Like, if you just go back through the catalog, I don't private videos because I think privating videos is kind of cowardly. Um, you know, I don't believe in privating videos. But let me see. He's so fucking based and cringe at the same time. Yeah, exactly. Like like with hiding in my room, he has so many takes that are like the most based shit, but I feel like he kind of downplays them because he's married. And so because he's married, he's too scared to say his more based takes. Where I feel like when he's been single or when his girlfriend doesn't watch his YouTube videos, he said the most based fucking shit. It's awesome. But like there's certain times where he's just a total normie. Like it's crazy to me. Like my friend No Thank You, he always says hiding in my room is a normie and that's why he won't watch his videos is because he says he's a normie, which is kind of true. Like he is a normie in a lot of ways, but like the ways that he isn't a normie are just so based that it's like it's constantly like a conflict watching his videos where like the reason I watch them is because I think he's just an interesting person and I want to see how the anime develops. I want to see the new arcs and stuff. I want to understand him as a person better. But like his videos were the most interesting when he was more of a sociopath, I think. Like I think it was more interesting when he, was just like cheating on his wife and just like being really mean to his wife and having all these arguments and stuff because it felt like every single week some new drama was going to happen and it was exciting. Where now, like, it just feels like he kind of lives in the status quo and I want them to fight again, honestly. It's not even a joke. It's not even a joke. Like it sounds like a terrible thing to say, but I don't care about hiding in my room as a person at all. I don't care if his life is good or bad because ultimately his life being better isn't going to do anything in the world. Like he has chosen at this point that he is not going to construct anything with his life besides just these videos. So if he's going to make these videos, he should at least make them more interesting. And I am unironically in support of him destroying his own life for my entertainment. Um, Let me see. Uh, yes, HMR is my spirit animal. uBlock Origin with all the latest lists enabled, plus uMatrix, plus HTTPS everywhere, plus WebTRC protection, plus user agent changer, plus fingerprint scrambler for true autism on the internet. I've heard of most of these things from Arizu-chan at one point. Bro, if you just go to an office, give the boss a strong handshake, and you'll get a job easy, bro. Did he actually say that? Um, like his latest video, why won't my wife buy me a love doll? Let me buy a love doll. Yeah, no, that was fucking hilarious. Like he has just such memes of videos sometimes where it feels like a total meme. Um, Also, I love his comment section treats him like an anime. Yeah, no, it's hilarious. Big plot twist coming. I've read the manga, trust me. Yes. Uh, I think the gay arc is 100% coming, though. No, he talked on a live stream recently. I remember this. He talked on a live stream recently that he might go gay in order to get views. So, um, he might do it. Why I cheated on my wife with a Japanese man. I don't think I don't think he would I don't honest like part of me thinks he will cheat on her eventually, but another part of me thinks like I think he knows that this is the last straw, that she's not going to put up with it again. Or maybe she's desperate. I actually don't know that much about Chihiro. Maybe she is desperate enough to take him back in her life if he fucks up again. Because he's fucked up so many times that like maybe the redemption arc is all for naught. Maybe it's gonna end or something. I liked hiding in my room back when he was a hikikomori stuck in his parents' house, but now his content isn't interesting because he's a normie now. Yeah, he's like this weird normie based hybrid, and it's really bizarre to me. Where like I feel like he just wants to chase after the marketing energy, like he wants to be like all of the normie channels that he watches because all of his favorite YouTubers are total normies, and it's really bizarre. Um, But yeah, I like his videos where he was having the most wife drama. But the video, because I found his videos in 2017, so that was before the wife drama had started, before he got married too. But he had a lot of really interesting videos of him like collapsing at supermarkets and just really weird like footage of anxiety stuff going on. And his videos used to be a lot more interesting in my opinion. Why I love my wife and her boyfriend. Yes. Arizu-chan, literal trannies. I mean, they probably are, I just don't care. Literally, Arizu-chan is just full of LARPers. Arizu-chan is just a bunch of LARPers all the time and I don't really care. I think they're just interesting people. Like I like observing LARPers when they're not really annoying. Like I feel like the Arizu-chan people aren't annoying types of LARPers. I think they're more interesting. Like maybe I'm just retarded and I like the aesthetic of the website, but I think they're not like the bad types of LARPers. Let me see here. Yeah, he's being domesticated by his wife. Um, I always miss his live streams, and the cunt deletes his VODs. What is a VOD? I don't know what that is. She looks so young. She's nearly 40. I would fuck her, damn. Are you talking about Hiding in My Room's wife? She looks pretty young. Yeah, she looks pretty young, surprisingly enough. I don't think she's like attractive, but I'm not attractive to most things personally it takes a lot to attract me. I don't have sexual thoughts very often. Like it's not something that enters my mind very much. So I don't know, maybe my standards are just high. I might actually just have too high of standards or be retarded or something. VOD is video on demand, so his recorded live streams. Oh, okay. Yeah, there are people on his subreddit who, from what he's talked about in streams, basically clip his live streams out. Like they clip parts of it and post it on the subreddit. Um, and I know if you go to the Internet Archive, I found from looking up Hiding in My Room archive into Google at one point. Well, it was actually DuckDuckGo, but yeah, I looked it up and I found an Internet Archive of a bunch of his deleted videos, like so many of his deleted videos, and I uh, I went back through and I watched a bunch of those. I like the videos that he did in Taiwan a lot. He deleted all of them because he thought they were embarrassing. But the Taiwan videos, the Taiwan arc as a whole is just great. That was when the what was it called? There was something that was happening. Oh, Pokemon Go was coming out. Yeah, Pokemon Go was coming out at that time. Everyone in Taiwan was Pokemon going to the polls and they were doing all kinds of stuff and yeah, like it's like I remember Hiding in My Room made these videos of like, man, there's so many people playing Pokemon Go all the time in the street and it's annoying to me or something and I think he tried to use it to make friends or something like that in Taiwan. Those videos were fun. I want to go to Taiwan. Going to Taiwan would be fun. They have cool architecture. They have cool architecture in Taiwan and also there's lots of very cute girls and I want to see cute people when I walk down the street. Like in America, I don't usually see very many cute people. I think it's actually because I'm not very attracted to whites. Now that's not a joke. I'm honestly not very attracted to whites at all. Um, Melatonin, I took melatonin and it didn't work. He has a subreddit. Boy, I need to get on that now. I don't use Reddit personally. Yeah, plebit. I agree. Hiding in My Room is the Asian Onision. I don't think it's the Asian Onision because Onision is smarter. Like, like Onision Onision is like I feel like Onision is better. I feel like Onision is better at like being self-aware and stuff. If he just doesn't care. Where like Hiding in My Room I feel like isn't very self-aware about a lot of things. But I actually don't know very much about Onision. I really hate Onision from like the very few videos of him I've seen. I cannot stand that guy. I cannot stand him at all. So I refuse to learn about him or his lore because I just don't like him. He's just boring. He's so boring. And his voice sounds like some kind of fucking faggot. Like he literally sounds like the embodiment of faggotry whenever he talks, and it's really annoying to me. I don't like him. But I feel like from what I know about him, it seems like he would be more like he would be better at controlling people compared to Daniel. Daniel would just be like, "Call blimey, call blimey. There's some people over here that have desecrated my." I actually don't know what Daniel would say. Basically, what I'm saying is that he sounds more dumb or something. Uh, Cringe and blue pilled. Liking Chinese women is cringe and blue pilled. I disagree. I think it's just Asians. Asians are cool. No, the only white women that I like are the only white women that I like are Italians and Russians. I think Italians and Russians are look quite nice. I don't know what it is with Southeast Asians, but they always look so good, even at 40 years old. Yeah, I think East Asians and Southeast Asians are both look really pretty. I think Koreans are the best out of all of the races. I think in terms of like being cute, Koreans are 100% the best. Um, they're just too good. I think it's because they have lots of plastic surgery. I think that's what it is. Which I'm not a natalist. I'm not a natalist, so I don't care. I don't care if they produce less good kids or something because I'm not a natalist, so I don't want to have kids and stuff. I think it's a waste of time. Mm. Your English accent is so bad. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I like making it intentionally bad too. Like I used to know more of these like English aneurysm not aneurysms, colloquialisms, that's the word. They would sound like an aneurysm if I said it. But I used to know more of these like English colloquialisms that I would like try to copy and so I could make fun of British people. And I used to do that a lot, but then eventually the joke just got stale. Uh Let me see here. Hiding in my room thought Red was a girl. Yeah, I remember that. He made a video about it. Koreans are S tier, but only with makeup, in my opinion. I think I think Koreans should just be makeup and plastic, honestly. And that's how I like it. Inauthentic and doesn't talk too much. Um, oh my God. But yeah, the ideal woman is unironic. This is not even a joke. The ideal woman is just someone who can look pretty and not talk too much and will just leave me alone to let me do what I want to do. And people who complain too much are the problem. Uh, Let me see. What do you mean should? They exactly are that already. Okay, like I can't buy into this meme. I can't buy into this fucking liberal meme of like, oh, you got to be in love and you have to use the power of love, man. Like some people can buy into it and I don't blame them, but it's to me it's just a meme at this point. I just don't care. But what's the difference? What's the difference between being with someone who you're decided you're in love with and then just being with someone in general? Like, why not just be with someone you can vaguely tolerate who leaves you alone long enough to do what you want? I don't, because I'm just going to be more interesting. I'm just going to be more interesting. That was a really bad way of phrasing it. That was by accident. No, I'm just going to be more interested in spending time by myself. That was yeah, I would just rather spend time by myself. Love a liberal meme. I'm just not based enough yet, I think. Hey man, people, not everyone can realize not everyone can realize that these things were mistakes. I think it's something that you have to feel in your heart. Like I had a conversation with No Thank You about this the other day. where we were talking about setting up IRC to talk instead, but we were talking about IRC and stuff, and we talked about natalism or antinatalism, and I feel like antinatalism is just something that you feel in your heart. Like, if you don't understand it, then you're just not going to understand it because it's just, I feel like it just has to do with who you are as a person. Like, the type of people who don't understand it and wouldn't be a part of it are just like that. Like, whereas the people who buy into it are just like that. Like, I don't think there's any in between. It's something that you just have to feel in your heart. Let me see here. Uh, what about being with a yandere? I think yanderes are pretty cool. If I had like a wife who could kill people, I think that would be pretty cool because I would kill people with them. I just wouldn't want to get caught. That's the thing. And it would have to be, let me see here. TFW don't know what love feels like. I know what love feels like. I only experienced it for a really short amount of time. That I was in love. I was in love for what I think was about 2 days. And then after that, that relationship I was in was basically just an act. Like, it was basically just me essentially putting on airs, not to the extreme degree that I've described it in the past, but it was basically, yeah, just me putting on airs and kind of like just being. Do you know the song Love by Crywank? The song Love, and I know Crywank is like for a lot of people kind of a cringe band, but there's this song that they have on, what was it? Which album was it? I think it was called Don't Piss on Me, I'm Already Dead, something like that. It was that album. They have a song called Love on there where they where it was, I'm trying to remember the exact lyric. It was like uh you know what? Could I look it up right now? Well, no, my computer's not on. Is my computer on? But basically what the song was about, because I can't fucking remember the exact quote, is the basically the song was about this idea of just like people staying together for the sake of their own emotional issues, or like the reason they stay with each other isn't really because they're in love. It's more about like, in the specific instance that this song is talking about, is that they're both mentally ill and they're just using one another for their own mental health, you know um and yeah, it was uh I'm trying to remember the lyric off the top of my head. My memory is so bad I can't even remember what it is. Oh, let me see here. Um, Dandere plus Kudere gang rise up. What's that word? Natalism. Is the Natalism is about believing that birth is good, and I am an antinatalist, so I believe that birth is bad. Um, Crywank is fine. I listen to them all the time. No, I like Crywank too. I like Crywank as a band. I think they have a lot of great songs. It's just that like they're cringy. Like, there are things about them that are just cringy. I don't know how to describe it. It's pretty cringe, especially Hikikomori. He doesn't even say it right. I think the reason he said it like that is because of, like, with songs you kind of have to attune your voice to the rhythm of the beat. So sometimes people will change the way that they enunciate certain words in order to basically have it flow better in the song. I like the sound of it, but the lyrics are pretty cringe, and he mis-essays Hikikomori. Um, yeah, like, he kind of talks about being in love and stuff in the song, and about withdrawing in your home because of a relationship, and I don't think that's what Hikikomori would do. It seems a little bit weird to me. My dad told me each tendy would be different. My dad told me each tendy would be good. Uh, about the song or the tendies? I agree. And I'm late again. Seppuku time. Yes. He literally said hikikomori. Yeah, no, I know. It's a he doesn't pronounce it correctly. But the I feel like the way he did it was in service of like the rhythm of the song that he couldn't pronounce it a different way. But I don't actually know about music. I've attempted to make music. Hikomori? Does he really say it like that? Does he really? I don't. I've listened to that song a bunch of times, and I guess I don't remember. Man, wow. I can't believe I didn't remember that. Mm. Mm, the song. Yeah. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. But yeah, that's pretty retarded. What do you think of vaporwave? I think vaporwave is pretty cool. Uh a lot of it is the same though. The problem with a lot of vaporwave is that like a lot of it is just kind of I like Fuji TV a lot. I think Fuji TV is great. Um let's see, what was I gonna say? Uh but yeah, there's a lot of interesting vaporwave that's produced. It's just that a lot of it is also terrible. Um a lot of it is really bad, but some of it sounds pretty good. Oh boy, you used to say hikikomori, and I didn't know you meant hikikomori until watching like three videos. Yeah, my pronunciations are bad and stuff. Um, but let's see. But my dad never had a crunchy tendy because my dad's got nuggets. Oh boy. I just like it for the aesthetic, to be honest. I can understand that. I think the aesthetic, I think the aesthetic of vaporwave is good. Visually, it's good. Uh, but I can't remember specific vaporwave artists off the top of my head. Does like a future funk guy like Saint Pepsi count? I like Saint Pepsi. I like the obvious like fucking Macintosh Plus bullshit with Vetrix was her name? What was her fucking name? That dumb thought who made all of the vaporwave or like originated the genre or something. Oh boy. How many good boy points for being a hiki and going outside? I don't based on the Japanese government's assessment, I believe it was something like hikikomori go out like what was it like 10 times a month or something like that? They've been isolated for 6 months and then they go out 10 times a month. How does that work? I almost never did that. Except in like my really late stages of being a hiki, I started doing that because I just started moving everywhere. But I almost never did that. I would like not leave the house for a ginormous amount of time. Let me see here. Let's see. Oh yeah, no, I've listened to that artist, Nick Homer. Be hiki go outside every 2 days. Oh no. Yeah, no, there are people on image boards who are like that. You know about you know about Hiki-chan. Hiki-chan was this fucking image board of these LARPers. Was that they all pretended to be hikikomori. And they just LARPed constantly. They're like, "Oh yeah, man, I was such a hiki. I went outside yesterday and I had like a panic attack, dude. But I went outside today again and it was totally fine." It's like fucking kill yourselves. Let me see here. Uh, 12, 12 to 13 times a month. Okay. Do you know about Flat Sound and La Dispute? I like Flat Sound a lot. I've listened to a lot of Flat Sound. I think they're a really good band. Um, yeah, they're quite good. Be neat. Leave house once a week. Yeah, I'm a hiki. I leave my house once a day. Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, there are literally people who talk like that though. That's not even a joke. Like there are people who actually speak like that. And it's like they're trying to turn it into a slang term when I think it's really like a medical term. Where like there's certain terms that you just shouldn't change. Like I'm pretty liberal about like okay, yeah, words change based on the way that they're used and stuff. But when it comes to like medical and psychological terms, I don't think those things should change unless the psychological community decides that they should change, you know? The psychologists in Japan use hikikomori in one way. The colloquial usage of the word should be the same as the psychological usage. You know, we're like, it's literally like a joke. Let me see here. Imagine LARPing about getting a panic attack when you leave the house. I'm sure there are people who do that. I don't have evidence of this. I don't have any evidence of this, but I'm sure there are people who do that. What do you mean my gender is not a construct? I used to get panic attacks so often, didn't actually know what one was because they were so commonplace. I never had them that bad, but yeah, I've had them. I've had them going outside as well, but I was much younger at the time. Where eventually I stopped having as much anxiety. But yeah, and it sort of it compounds with hallucinations too, because if you're having a panic attack, in my experience at least, you can hallucinate while having a panic attack, and it's like, whoa, some like metaphysical stuff is happening here. Um, Let me see here. Uh, I saw a comment unironically say, "I'm a hiki during the weekend, fucking normies." Yeah, it's pretty retarded. I think your definition of words is pretty libtard postmodern shit. No, it definitely is. It definitely is. I mean, I'm pretty sympathetic to postmodernism and stuff, just because I don't really care about anything. Well, that's not entirely true. I care about constructing things. I care about like building stuff and then like having the stuff like serve my interests and stuff. Like like I like it when people can make video games about stuff. But yeah, like in general, like yeah, I'm pretty postmodern in my usage of language and stuff just because I don't see a reason to care. Let me see here. It means you have to be going through isolation for 6 months to be diagnosed as a hikikomori. In Japan, most hikikomori still go outside for like food and stuff. Yeah. Um, I used to drip with sweat. My body would be rushed with hot and cold flashes, and my heart would be burning, but no hallucinations. Interesting. Um, yeah, like it I don't think yeah, I don't think I not that I remember at least that I've gotten to the point of like sweating in an intense kind of way, but I definitely have had sweat where there shouldn't be sweat, where like it wasn't hot, but my body produced it anyway as like a physical reaction to stress. Pretty weird stuff. Postmodernism is a cool concept, but it lacks material essence. You know, that's the problem with postmodernism is that it's about deconstructing things, but like what's the point? Postmodernism doesn't really have a point. It's just about deconstructing stuff to their like very foundations, deconstructing them as much as you possibly can, but it's like after you deconstruct everything, what do you do with that? You know, like what is that what function is that supposed to serve? And so I don't think it has basis in material. Like it's not it doesn't have a basis in like things you can observe. And so I do think it's interesting and I use like postmodern-esque stuff a lot of the time just because I'm very flippant about the stuff that I say. I'm extremely flippant about the stuff that I say, so I just don't really care that much. Um but like yeah, I wouldn't ever call myself a postmodernist the way that like No Thank You does. Because No Thank You calls himself a postmodernist, and like I think I've had some debates with him about this, where I said I'm the most sympathetic to postmodernism guy without being a postmodernist. I said something like that. And it's so weird because like I don't understand having your whole ideology be based around deconstructing stuff without building anything in its place. Like it seems like it doesn't serve a function. Um Let me see here. Yeah, I remember going to the doctor for the first time in years. I remember first time going to the doctor in years, and it was like 19 Celsius inside the room, and I could feel sweat drop from my pits. I was also stuttering and shaking as hell. Now I'm used to it, but don't get it anymore. Yeah, that's sort of the I've never had anything that intense before. That's really rough, man. Um, yeah, like see, what was I gonna say? Uh, yeah, let me see here. Jordan Peterson hates no thank you. Those bloody postmodernists. Yes, absolutely. Ooh, Jury Nada is in the chat. Peterson is a pretty smart bloke, though. I actually like him a lot. Um, I think we talked about Peterson on another stream. Jordan Peterson's solution to social anxiety is to be social. Genius. Clean your foreskin. Yeah, like there's a lot of his self-help stuff is just kind of cringe-worthy. Floss your fenilium. Oh boy. I probably butchered the pronunciation of that. Mm. Oh boy. I like listening to some of his stuff about theology. I've read his book and it's cringe and blue pilled. Yeah, like I haven't read the book. I've only read passages from the book that I've seen other people talk about or like other people have sent me. There's a whole section just like defending work where he where he just talks about like, oh yeah, you should just work really hard at the construction yard because men should beat each other up, and it's weird. It's very very weird. Some of the stuff that he says in the book. It's like he talks a lot about this like personal responsibility stuff that's just really weird. His views on religion are dumb. No, I agree. I think his views on religion are dumb too. But I think when he talks about theology, it's pretty interesting. Not that I agree with all of what he says. I just think his discussions on theology are interesting. Uh, I used to listen to his podcast all the time, and I just like that he's just not as much of a cunt as Ben Shapiro or all of those other aggressive speakers. I can understand that. I can understand that. It's like if dudes test other dudes in work by teasing to see if they are strong or something. Yeah, it's just really weird boomerish. That's how I would describe Jordan Peterson. I would describe him as being very weird and boomerish. He's basically just boomer incarnate. And if you know anything about me, that is not an energy that I can ever side with ever. Boomer energy, get out. Boomer energy, re. Fucking conservative boomers, man. I just want them gone. Oh God. Ugh. I have to lay down on this fucking floor. I need to lay down. There's a blanket over here. I'm pulling it towards me. Oh my fucking God. Peterson got famous for misunderstanding a law, then a millionaire. Capitalism failed again. Damn. You see here. Uh, self-help advice doesn't work here, or doesn't work there. Is a scene in Welcome to the NHK where one of the characters says, I have read every self-help book, I can write one myself. That was Sato who said that. Yeah, that was Sato who he said, I've read every self-help book, I can write one myself. And I related to that scene a lot. I related to that scene a lot because a lot of the self-help stuff that I've read never helped me. Um, so I guess maybe my mind is just structured different. Like people will write, "Oh, have empathy." I'm like, "What? You're gonna tell me to have empathy for other people?" Oh boy. Fucking boomers. It's all just boomers. Boomers are the problem. Boomers are the problem, man. Who said that? It's been ages since I watched. It was Sato. I genuinely wish they made a Puriyurin into anime. Didn't they make a? I don't think they made a short out of it. Maybe I'm just blue pilled here and I don't remember, but I think I think they tried to make a short. I could be wrong though. There's a lot of Puri Purian music. I don't think I'm saying it right. Yeah, but there's music that they have that you can find on YouTube and in other places. I have I have all of the NHK music, all of the NHK music that exists. I have on my laptop downloaded from a torrent on Ya. I have literally every version of Welcome to the NHK downloaded on my laptop. I have the different versions of the subs in English. I have the English dub. Um, there's multiple variants for the subs in English. Like there's different ones that people have made to be more accurate to the Japanese version. So I have a bunch of fucking copies of NHK on my computer. I have copies of it that have higher quality. I have copies of it that have lower quality. Oh God, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. Let me see here. Personal Senko-sans win. I agree. Hey, might want to drop me the name of the torrent for the music just so I can report the authorities, of course. Um, I need to find it. I downloaded it a long time ago, so I would need to find it. I don't even know if the torrent is still there. I downloaded the, I know I downloaded the light novel too at the time from that place and a bunch of other stuff. Do you have the Italian dub? I have every dub of NHK. So most likely the Italian dub is on there, but I don't remember. Not all of my messages send. Let me see. All of my messages didn't send. Let me go back through. It's hilarious. Uh yeah. I don't see certain things that you said. Oh boy. Oh my fuck. Oh, okay. Let's just lay down on the floor now. Oh no, it's rotating. I posted a YouTube link and got YouTubed. You know, that's what YouTube does, is that if you post a link, they'll just cancel you. It's this fucking, it's this cancel culture, man. So you can't hide from it. YouTube wants to tell you what to think, and then they want to cancel you. So I got canceled a long time ago. I said I had Purine as my ringtone, but no one ever calls me. If I had a phone that could be called, I would have it as my ringtone too. Oh, I found out that girl somehow didn't cut her limbs off. I mentioned her in a stream a few days ago. A cold a coldness in my heart is her username. I don't remember that. But I'm glad she didn't cut her limbs off, I guess. If she cut her limbs off, she should have filmed it. Now I'm gonna lay down. Oh boy. Holy fuck. What do you mean? What is that a response to? I just searched that girl up. Oh, you Googled her. Is it like one of those things where people say she did one thing on image boards and then she actually did something else without any substantiated evidence? I like it when that happens. That happens on lolcow a lot. On lolcow, they just make stuff up about people a lot of the time without evidence. It's pretty funny. I like it. It's it's like the minuses in Medaka Box, where they do some kind of trickster stuff. She posted extreme self-harm pic to Tumblr. Going on Tumblr? What the hell? Why would anyone want to go on Tumblr? I posted it on Tumblr. It was spread, then she was banned. Well, I'm glad she was banned off of Tumblr because I don't like Tumblr and I think everyone who uses Tumblr should be banned from Tumblr. No one should use Tumblr. Just ban everybody. This is the only time I will advocate. This is the only time I will advocate for corporation censorship, is if it's Tumblr. Just get rid of Tumblr. Just throw it away. I don't want it to exist. The only good thing about Reddit is when they try to sell you drugs, or no, when they explain how to sell when they explain how to buy drugs. That's the only thing Reddit is good for. Damn, that is pretty gross, but also base and also cringe. Yeah, yeah, no, it's like a combination. It's a combination of feelings. Let me see here. Literally, why self-harm like that? Just suicide at that point. Not advocating suicide. Please don't kill me, internet police. I've been advocating suicide. I don't know what you're on. I've been I've been saying for a while. I've been saying for a while now. If you want to kill yourself, just do it. I don't understand. What's the harm in saying that? I don't understand. I mean, you live in the UK, so it's dangerous for you. In America, I'm pretty sure I'm allowed to say it. Or if I'm not, I don't think people care. And go to dealer, ask for one drug, simple. Are you implying that I would leave the house? Are you insane? Hello, can I buy one weed, please? I got in trouble with police for saying just do it. It's Brit bong shit. You actually got in trouble with the police for saying that? What the hell? I know Canada has a law. Fucking Libcuck Central Canada. They have a law. They have a law that says you can't tell someone to kill themselves because it's against the law. It's insane. It's insane. Like like euthanasia should just be legal. If people want to kill themselves, they should just go to a euthanasia center and do it. It should be 100% legal because your body is your own private property. If if you can't have control over your own body, then what's the point of even being alive or having control over anything? Your body should be the one thing that you know you have control over. That is your personal property. Like, it's insane to me. It's insane to me that the government can just control what you do with your body. Let me see. Do you know VIMT, Voluntarily Human Extinction Movement? I've heard of that. I think No Thank You's one of those guys. That he wants to destroy humans with nuclear bombs or something like that. The only thing about Reddit is calling out normies on Neat and Hikikomori pages. If you use Reddit, if you use Reddit for long enough, you eventually become a normie. UK laws are fucking ridiculous. Had to get an adult to buy me scissors for school when I was 17. What the hell? See, this is what happens, man. This is what happens when you enslave the entire world with British Empire, is that you're actually all retarded. Have you thought about that? Have you ever thought about how British people are so retarded, and yet they've been able to literally enslave the entire world with the British Empire? How can people who have such a terrible culture and such terrible laws have been able to literally enslave so much of the world? What the hell? It's crazy. It's crazy to me how these people ever had any power. Oh God, no offense to British people in the chat. I'm just saying, like you guys historically, not you as individuals, but historically, there's been stuff that's gone down. It's pretty bad. I don't think 8chan is shit. I like 8chan. I don't I like 8chan personally. It's pretty good. 8chan is just 4chan plus Reddit. I disagree. I think it has the element of building your own boards. That's literally the only thing that they have in common. I like 8chan. Most of the world is retarded, literally 90 IQ. Yeah, there's not very good education throughout the world. And people don't really have the drive to people don't have like the drive or the circumstances to make their lives better, where like usually their family is really stupid, so they end up just taking after their family, and then the education system doesn't really teach them how to be smart or how to be curious or how to do stuff. So yeah, they get a big bad situation. HN has a whole vor section. Cool. Sherdog MMA form gave a shout out to hiding in my room. Nice. Also, I wanted to go camping once and couldn't buy lighters, couldn't buy a pocket knife, couldn't buy super glue, but I could buy fucking baked beans. The hell? What the hell? I don't understand. You can buy knives at a very young age in here. Politics is a joke. Left versus right is a joke. They're technically playing on the same team. I think that's some fucking enlightened centrist bullshit. There's a pretty big difference, I think, if you just look at like what they do. Look at what they've done historically. I think it's pretty different. I can't stop looking at that. A coldness in my heart picks. It's fucked, but I've seen too much gore. I like gore. IQ can be genetic, not just environmental, in my opinion. Well, there's a lot of studies that have come out that show that IQs actually raise when the countries industrialize more and stuff. I don't think IQ is genetic. Your IQ changes throughout your life. You know that, right? Is that your IQ literally changes throughout your life. You a Britbong? No, but I've lived in Bristol for a while. Aliens control the Jews. Yes. Basketball players would score more points if they worked together. Bristol, that's a gay area. Shake my head. Yeah, I know, fucking shavs everywhere. Bristol sounds bad. No, IQ changes throughout your life. IQ is both very genetic and environmental. I mean, there's disadvantages that you can get genetically. Genetically, there are disadvantages that you can get, like a learning disorder and stuff. But in general, I think education plays a bigger factor. The environment plays a bigger factor than genetics do. But if you do have like a genetically inherited disability, yeah, no, there's going to be real problems there. Now, I don't think anyone deny that. Like genetic disadvantages just exist. Like it's just a fact. Like they just exist. I don't understand why more people don't understand that. It's that some people just are genetically disadvantaged. But I don't think everyone is. I don't think certain races are. It's more so that like, you know, if you raise the standard of living in a standard of material abundance, then people are gonna learn stuff or something. I'm too tired for this. There's literally your IQ changes throughout your life. Literally changes. It's just a static thing. It's like just do a fucking Google search. I want to see a boxing fight between Ice and hiding in my room. That would be funny. I didn't mean IQ is static. I mean racially, it's generally the same within races. The US uses that concept for uni admission tests where different races need different scores to pass. Uh, Let me see. What is this yikes stuff? I'm confused. I don't want to talk about IQ. IQ is boring. So IQ most likely doesn't even exist. It's most, I mean, I always argue, well, okay, well, the scientists say it changes when the countries develop more and stuff, and they say it changes throughout your life and stuff, but it's like, who the fuck cares about IQ? Like, there's an entire section of psychologists who don't even believe in it. It's like, it's such a contentious topic. Interesting. Asia, generally less developed than Europe, has a higher average IQ. What are you talking about development? Education can happen, you know, in a, so, what was I talking about? Incels, okay, incel. I don't know. Who's an incel? I'm confused. What were we talking about? We're, I actually forget what we were talking about. Ooh, there's a new comment on my video. Oh, what do you know what I hate? Affirmative action. Affirmative action is the most dumb shit. Affirmative action is so fucking stupid. Let me see here. You should take a nap. We're talking about puppies. Who had a puppy? Someone has a puppy. Should take a nap. I don't want to take a nap yet. I haven't slept today. I would have normally went to sleep at 3 or 4 a.m. I haven't slept yet. The Virgin Incel versus the Chad Volcel. I agree. I agree 100%. Or drink some soda. I haven't drank soda in a long time. I think it's been what, like 3? 3 months? Ooh, I hear cop cars. I hear cop cars going outside. I hear cop cars all the time when I'm awake in the daytime. I don't think I've talked about this in videos, but all the time, all the time in the daytime, I hear cop cars all the time just going by, just arresting people. So I don't know if they're arresting people or what, but yeah, there's always cop cars going near my road or near my house, and I hear them all the time. And I'm usually asleep in the daytime, so I don't usually hear them, but sometimes I'm around and I hear them. Let me see. Labeling yourself, just be yourself, bro. Yeah, I don't like labels either. I don't like labels either. I don't like them. I think people should just like, so label, when you put yourself in a label, you put yourself in an intentional box. It's like the parameters of who I am are now within the confines of this group that I've artificially ascribed myself to. I think that's dumb. Do you use a Jewel Star? I've been told it helps with relaxing, but I've never used one. I don't have a Jewel. No, I don't use a Jewel. Maybe one day I will. I don't know. He uses DMT. I said I use DXM. I never said I use DMT. No, if I could use DMT, I would. I don't have DMT. I joke. Okay. I understand. I wonder if this person is an actual... I wonder if these people are actual Japanese. DXM's a low-tier drug. No, I agree. I agree 100% that DXM is a low-tier drug. It's just what's around. So you just use what's around, man. You isn't isn't DXM just codeine for normies? Yes, that is what it is. It's cheap, yeah. I wonder if this jury nada person is actually a woman, or if they're LARPing. Maybe they just have a female avatar. These are the real questions that keep me up at night. Oh, God. I want to sleep, but I can't. I want to... Jalen Harris is in the chat. Jalen Harris is in... Hello. Hello, Jalen Harris. How are you doing today? I don't recognize any of these people. Well, these are the people who are usually on my streams. I see them. I recognize them. I remember taking the 100 mg codeine. I'm like 45 kg, and my chest felt so weak, and I felt like I was drunk and warm. It's a mess. There's no way anyone here can be A, actually Japanese, and or B, a woman. I don't know. I don't know, man. One day the thought audit will occur. I don't actually know what the thought audit is. What is the thought? People say, oh, we're gonna have a thought audit like some Gamergate stuff, and I don't understand what either of those things are. Like, wasn't like Gamergate about ethics in video game journalism or something? I don't know what any of this stuff is about. Thoughts evading taxes. Why are they evading tax? Well, okay, I would evade taxes too if I were in their position, to be honest. A bunch of people reported girls to the IRS because they didn't pay taxes on selling their nudes. That's pretty funny. I don't want to pay taxes, but I'm gonna have to. I don't want to pay taxes at all. They're literally stealing my money. What the hell? Dude, make me pay fucking taxes. I don't want to do that. Fucking capitalism, man. Having to pay taxes when I'm selling news. Gamergate. Game makers sleeping with people to get good game reviews. Got called out. Claimed harassment from evil. Prim and Cap. I think Prims are better than Caps. ANCAPs aren't actually anarchists, because if you just create a state where the markets are super free, you're just going to make a new state. It's like, oh, so much anarchism, the markets are so free, and it's like, well, you just create a new state. Like, that's the problem with anarchism that doesn't destroy stuff. Like, if Prims want to destroy technology, and so if you destroy technology, then a new state doesn't get made. You just have tribes running around of people beating each other up. And so, yeah, at least with Prims, they're consistent. With all the other anarchists, they go, oh, well, we're gonna have a state that like doesn't look like a state, and we're gonna call it something other than a state. And it's like, no, that's a state. It's like the ANCOMs are like this. The ANCOMs get so triggered, man. It's not even a joke. They just get triggered constantly. Like I feel like anarcho-communists are worse than conservatives. Anarcho-communists are 100% worse than conservatives. Like the amount they get so triggered. They get so triggered about every little thing, and they're so obsessed with their utopian fantasy that has never worked in reality. It's like, well, but my Catalonia, my anarchists in Catalonia, and it's like you realize that the anarchists in Catalonia, quote unquote, had ministries of labor and had prison camps for political prisoners. Oh yeah, so much anarchism. My boss tells me what to do. Oh yeah, so much anarchism. We have labor camps for political prisoners. You fucking morons. I don't understand this. I don't understand these people. Do they read anything that they talk about? Hiding in my room doesn't pay taxes. Does he not actually pay taxes? Uh, Anarcho-fascism. I mean, it's again, anarchism just doesn't work because a new state just gets created afterwards. You know, powerful people come in and then they just make a new state. Have you seen the Purge movies? I have seen all of the Purge movies. The Purge movies are really good. I like the Purge movies a lot. Um, they're fun. They're very fun. Antifa black blocs look cool. That's the only thing a good. I don't think Antifa people look cool. Antifa people do not look cool at all. They are the exact opposite of cool. I don't know what you're talking about. Antifa people are literally not cool. Like in every sense of the word. They're just fucking terrorists. They're literally just terrorists. I don't understand. How are they cool in any way? A friend of mine is Antifa, literally hasn't achieved anything besides getting smacked by police. Yeah, fuck them. Literally just individual terrorists. Does nothing. Does absolutely nothing but makes you look like an idiot. Black blocs, crowds in all black, not the people. It's crowds in all black. But like other terrorists do that too. You know who ISIS is? Have you ever heard of ISIS? Oh boy. ISIS looks cool. US funded terrorists. No, they are. ISIS is 100% funded. Is 100% funded by the United States. Like that's just a fact. Aesthetics ideology. But what if your ideology is aesthetics? Haha, checkmate. It is currently the 27th of July. Now, I remember when July just began. I remember when it was the 4th of July and everyone was being too goddamn loud outside my house. Feels like every month is going by faster each time. It's like the years just go by so much quicker. Do you believe in 9/11 star? I think 9/11 was an inside job. Thoughts on international fixed calendar with 28 days per month with 13 months? I don't have any thoughts about that. I think the system we have was fine. Well, like realistically speaking, it would not surprise me if 9/11 was an inside job. I think Saudi Arabia did 9/11. Whether or not the US government did it or not, it's really up in the air. But I think Saudi Arabia definitely did 9/11. But sometimes I do wonder if it was an inside job or not. There seems to be a lot of theories and sort of evidence that's been circulated about it. I don't know. But I lean on the side that it was an inside job personally. Do you think Elliot Rodger was a false flag? I don't think he was a false flag because he has videos where he talks about himself and stuff. Don't people have footage or like some kind of evidence that he killed people or something? I don't think he was a false flag. Let's see. I through Theo says, of course it was a false flag, or of course it was an inside job. Yeah, I mean it probably was. I haven't I haven't done enough. I haven't done enough field of study on 9/11 stuff just because I don't really care about 9/11 as an event that much at all. Yeah, I know some people who are really into 9/11 and Pizzagate and who's that Jew? That Jew who diddled the kids recently. The one who he had the Lolita Express. The guy who he was the guy who Trump and Bill Clinton went on his Lolita Express. Yeah, Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah, like I know a guy who has a bunch of theories about him and stuff and is really into like theories about this type of thing. So I don't know. The Oklahoma City bombing was an inside job. I don't even know. I don't know enough about that. I don't get the OMG, this attack was fake. Crisis actors, bruh. They can just hire hitmen to do a real attack. Why pay crisis actors? I agree. I agree with that. I think a lot of people have been falsely framed for murders and stuff. I don't know. Oh boy. So I don't know anything about the Oklahoma City bombing though. Maybe it's something I should learn about. QAnon is a boomer tier meme. It's just the boomers who care about QAnon. I think it's just them. It's just the boomers. I just finished the torrent and listened to the NHKOP that was included. I just can't listen to it because it makes me want to rewatch the anime, but I know I'll be a disappointment if I do. Well, you're never gonna have the same feeling rewatching a show that you had when you first watched it. But I still think it's worth it to rewatch shows because if you rewatch a show, then you can kind of get a separate take on it. You can get a separate experience, and like, yeah, it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing as the first time around. I think it's still worthwhile. Did you hear about the NEET who killed a mafia boss on his own? I have never heard of this. This sounds amazing. Did he really? I want to be that guy. I want to be that guy when I grow up. Did the US government give him a pardon? They should have given him a pardon. The novel is the best version of Welcome to the NHK. Now, there's a lot of people who believe that. I know one guy who thinks the manga is better than everything else, and I'm like, dude, why do you think that? Uh, but yeah. I was trying to switch sides on the phone. I don't think it worked. No? Level 10 Mafia. Let me see here. Is it a light novel or a novel? It's a light novel. He was arrested. He thought the mafia boss was part of the deep state because of QAnon or something. Wow. Uh, so QAnons are just boomers. They're just boomers. Why do NEETs get into QAnons? What is it with NEETs being just like, well, I mean, maybe it's just NEETs are disenfranchised people, so they get into QAnons and stuff because it gives them a kind of like sense of purpose. I did the same thing, so I'm still doing the fucking same thing. What am I talking about? I'm still as retarded as I was a year ago. I just sound less retarded sometimes. Is it on? Is it on? Yeah. It should be on. Yeah. My boomer dad is a QAnon stan. I still can't believe that. Calliope, I still can't believe your dad is a QAnon stan. It's the weirdest thing. He literally had the QAnon book sitting in the bathroom. It's bizarre. It's just bizarre. Pretty sure there is a PDF online. There's a PDF of everything online. Rip Sad Panda. Oh yeah, Sad Panda went away. It's that they're literally policing Sad Panda now. The Sad Panda's gone. I never use the website because I don't look at porn, but makes me sad. Seeing people's amount of anime watched on Mal makes me feel inferior than just watch more anime. Turn your self-hatred into action. If you turn your self-hatred into action, then you won't feel hatred of yourself anymore. If you ever feel inadequate, then just eliminate the inadequacies by doing things that eliminate them. So for example, look, okay, this guy, this guy sees a 1,000 anime or something. Well, okay, I'm gonna watch one anime a week, or I'm gonna watch one anime every 3 days. Then eventually you can get to the goal that he's at. He has a QAnon sticker on his car and laptop? What the hell? What kind of kind of level of obsession is that? Oh my goodness. Jesus Christ. Uh hosting porn site in Europe, be surprised that it goes bad. Yeah, the EU is pretty strict about this stuff. You know, it doesn't matter what your country it doesn't matter what your own specific country says or like what they want their laws to be because the EU is an authoritarian body. The EU is an authoritarian body that wants to financially dominate all of the countries that are in it. So it doesn't matter if you decide what you want to do as your own country. The EU can just control you. The EU literally just controls all of the countries in Europe, and it's pretty insane. It's a very kind of authoritarian practice that I think is bad for people in Europe. Ugh. I see. That 60-year-old boomer otaku who watches anime. Akira, now that's anime. I like Akira. I think Akira is good. Um, but the people who stan it to that level are very funny. I literally cannot watch anime when my parents are awake because they always barge into my room, and the few times they saw me watch it, they got mad. Why were they mad? It's just a TV show. It's just a cartoon. Was it a fan service scene? Article 13 is a good example. So, yeah, Article 13 is retarded. Um, Russia is obsessed with we're not Europe and the US hates us. Well, that's just nationalism. It's just going like, okay, our nation is great because uh reasons. And so like Russia is very big on nationalism. So they like having lots of nationalist stuff, which is kind of jingoistic and weird. It's just kind of weird. Um, I'm glad the US hates them because the US is bad. But I guess I'm glad that they're not Europe as well because I don't really like Europe. uh, but the weird nationalist stuff is just weird. Watch anime, someone walk in, sudden hentai scene because they think it's porn. Why do they? Are you just watching shows with lots of fan service in them? Is that what's going on? You're just watching shows with lots of fan service? I'm just put headphones on and lock your door. Do you have a lock on your door? You can just lock your door. Like the first time I bought a manga home, it was Soul Eater. They opened a random page, and it was like fan service page in the entire volume. Ever since then, they think it's porn. How old are you? Are you a legal adult? If you're an adult, I don't think they should care. I watch hentai for the story. I'm 19. Well, if you're 19, why do they care? Why are they trying to police what you consume when you're an adult? If you're 19 in a lot of countries, you're allowed enough to drink. You're allowed to drive your own car. You're allowed to have a job. You're allowed to have your own housing. You can't watch anime? Soul Eater is such a badass name for an anime. I agree. Soul Eater is awesome. I love Soul Eater. TFW, TFW, 4chan 404 girl, never get an anime, and will only stay a manga. That is the sad part. I think she's cute enough to I think she's cute enough to get an anime. Based Umaru poster. I feel like you say that every single time Admiral Umaru shows up on the stream. Um, some parents are fanatical parents, mine included. For example, if I locked my door, they'd be like, "Why are you locking the door? Aren't we family?" That's just bizarre. That's really, really bizarre. I I mean, I've had sort of similar experiences like that as well. It's just strange. I wouldn't like Yotsubo as an anime. They would probably fuck it up. I mean, they fuck up a lot of adaptations. You just have to give it to a good studio. But I mean, yeah, Independence is nice. I wanna I don't know. I wanna have the economic security of having a big boy job. At the same time, you have to put in so much work. You have to put in so much work to study in school, but I feel like it's the only option I have. Besides just living in destitute poverty here, or accruing and racking up shit tons of debt, the only option I have is just to, go full normie or die. Like not very many other options for me. So I don't know why I brought that up. There was a reason I brought that up. I actually forgot what it was. Uh, but yeah. Patreon bucks star. I will never be able to make that many Patreon bucks though. If I I'd have to get way bigger on YouTube in order to make to make that many Patreon bucks. Like I I can't imagine being able to make that much money from YouTube because like my videos aren't marketable. They're not like popular videos. Like I'm just a guy who sits in their room and talks about stuff in the dark. I don't think I don't think I would ever be marketable enough or something. Work hard to earn money. Move to a Slavic country to be a need for the rest of your life. Yeah, if I became like a nurse, I'd be able to make a whole lot of money. I would be able to make a whole lot of money as a nurse and then just go to a cheap country and then just have all of my money saved. And then it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna live this way. Uh, but consider Shonen Ronin. If Shonen Ronin gets big, if Shonen Ronin gets big, I will be very surprised as well. Not to say that Shonen Ronin has a better chance of getting big in comparison to my channel. No, my channel definitely does not have a chance of getting big. I think Shonen Ronin at least has a chance, But with the way YouTube is nowadays, maybe I'm just cynical. At Tatsuhiro Sato, I'm too lazy to read, to be honest. I know that feel. I just have to power through it. If I want to read something, I just force myself to read it. Nurse Star. Yeah, no, I'm gonna become Nurse Star. Go to school for 5 years to become Nurse Star. Here we go. Welcome to the Nurse Arc, everyone. What the hell is my life becoming? You know, I wanted to be Neat Star. I wanted to be Neat Star forever. Here I am going on a Japanese freelance 101. Hey guys, I'm going to translate stuff for you. I'm translating for you today. And then they go, oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Arigato gozaimasu, Mr. Star. I say, haha, yeah, I knew what you just said there. Wink, wink. And then I'm like translating stuff. And it's good. It's good stuff, like but it doesn't make money. That's the thing, is that being a freelancer is the most hard thing, because it's literally worse than wage slaving. Being a freelancer, the one perk about it is the fact that you get to live in your house. Regardless of that, you're just working constantly as a freelancer. Just working constantly. Like, I don't understand. If you can either work all the time, which is worse than being a wage slave, or you can just get a wage slave job. There's no in between. There's nothing else that you can do. I feel like if at least if I were Nurse Star, I would be able to have so much material abundance over time as a result of accruing money and saving money that I wouldn't even have to do it forever. I would just have to have a lot of savings. Just become a homeless schizoid neat. I think I would die if I did that. And I like having a computer. I like having video games and stuff. I would get all my stuff stolen from me if I were homeless. Maybe as technology gets better in 100 years, uh, maybe if technology gets better in 100 years, hikis can work normal jobs easily. I don't know. I don't think the world is going to be here in 100 years. Neat bucks. I mean, if I got neat bucks, I would be required to stay in America, and I don't want to stay in America because it's boring here. I would like I would get so bored staying in America that I would rather live somewhere else than get neat bucks by staying here. Let's see. Start a forum. I might do that. Maybe I'll start a forum. I thought of starting an 8chan board. Um, Salary from freed or wage slave. Just sell your plasma, sperm, blood, and kidneys. I don't want to sell my kidneys. What if one of them fails? My family has a history of kidney failure. My dad only has one kidney. He only has one kidney. And so I don't want to. I gotta have those. I could sell my plasma. I could sell sperm and blood. Have you seen the average day of a Japanese salaryman? Literally a wage slave. Yeah, no, they are literally wage slaves. Pose as a kawaii girl, sell bathwater. I refuse. Uh, you might get ad revenue from your own form and extra income. I feel like ad revenue on websites is generally like pretty low. Like, most people don't use forums nowadays. They mostly just use image boards if they're not just using Discord or something. So I feel like forums are kind of outdated. Like, people don't really use them, and ads on the internet are worth so little. Like, in order to make ad money off of a website, you have to get like hundreds of thousands of clicks and stuff, and I don't have that kind of pull. I don't think I'd be able to do that. So I don't know. Get involved on the dark web. You could make money there. I could get arrested there as well. I don't know, man. Oh boy, Patreon is more reliable than ads. Yeah, Patreon is more reliable than ads. Ads barely make any money. Unless you just re-upload other people's content and then put a whole bunch of ads in it, which I honestly might do that in the next couple days. LARP is a Shota and sell yourself on the dark web. Oh boy. Sofla Antonio. I don't know who that is. Um, at Star, is your first name public, by the way? My first name is Logan. Yeah, that's my first name. It is public. That's my first name. My first name is Logan. Logan. Yes. FBI, open up. Logang. Yes. Chad name. There's another person in the chat. If Calliope is still here, he's named Logan as well. We have the same name. Soflo Antonio stole content and made money from it. Oh, is that H3H3? H3H3 guy made fun of him, right? The Jew guy. Let's see, it is literally a Chad name. Logan Paul throws hard drive into microwave. Yeah, I'm gonna start making prank videos, man. It's prank videos, that's where it's at. I just have to make prank videos. I'm gonna start making neat prank videos like, hey guys, I actually wasn't a hiki the entire time. I was actually pranking all of you. It was a prank. Yeah, guys, it was a prank the entire time. I was actually a normie. Look at my GF. Look at my GF. Look at my university degree. Look at my GF, guys. I have a GF. I have a GF. It was just a prank, bro. I'm like a normal guy, man. I'm like a normal guy, dude. That's what I gotta do. I have to start. I have to start LARPing as a normie. Oh boy. Never knew your real name until now. I'm not surprised. Oh, wait, no. I'm not a native speaker, so I was surprised that a Chad is an actual name and not just a type of person. Damn. Yeah, Chad is an actual name. Sometimes I think my entire life has been a special experiment. I relate. I relate to that a lot. I've had that thought many times. Um, Tricking parents into thinking I'm going outside, prank gone wrong. Smoking a KyoAni, smoking a KyoAni, prank gone wrong. Oh my god. I was not prepared to hear that. Uh, oh shit. Oh shit. Here we go again. Chad is also a country, and the Chad from the Chad meme is modeled after the Chad country. Chad is a country to Virgin equal US. Have you heard of the US Virgin Islands? They like should have a feud with Chad the country, dude. That green text of that guy who goes in his dad's car and sleeps in a parking lot so his dad thinks he has friends. Yes. Star becomes a nurse. Prank gone wrong. Gone sexual fire. Oh boy. I'm getting cracked up here looking at this chat. Yes. Oh dude, I just Googled Chad the country and you're right. No, that's where I should move. I should make so much money. I should make so much money from prank videos that eventually I retire in the country Chad. I could kill people all the time if I were in Chad. It's a great deal, man. I could become a Chad revolutionary. I could become an African warlord. Canada has a town named Emo. Oh boy. I like I like that there's a town in I believe it's what is it, Ukraine or Czechoslovakia, one of these countries, that's named after a bunch of the Beatles. Like there's a couple towns that are just named after different Beatles in Europe, and it's pretty funny. There's also a country in Africa called Niger. Yes, Niger is a real country. They're very poor. Then there's Nigeria. When I was in school, they called it Nigeria because they said, "Oh, there's lots of niggers in Nigeria." So they said, "Oh, it's Nigeria." And then they would call Niger nigger. and that was like funny, haha memes in school. You know, things people said in school. It's at the lunch table, that type of thing. And it like they always acted like it was a revelation. They acted like it was this huge big deal that there was a country called Niger in Africa. Like they would freak out about it. It was, oh boy. Let me see here. Turkey has a city named Batman? What the hell? No, what it should be named is Batman with all of the letters not spaced out from one another, periods between all of the letters to make the acronym for the Batman decentralized internet. Haha, wow, run laugh.exe. Yes. Also, Nick Homer, you're not a native English speaker. Where are you from? I'm very curious. I'm very curious as to where you're from. I always like having, you know, the foreign viewers who, like, don't have like American cultural backgrounds. I think those people are really interesting. Oh, you're from Germany. I see. I see. I say knickers really fast. Now, I did that in school. People were always surprised by that when I would do that in school. Like people act like it was a new joke that no one had ever done before. And so I was like a cool guy for making that joke, at least for 5 minutes. Then I was bullied again. Um, I would constantly talk about sex when I was in school. So all I ever did was just constantly talk about sex because I didn't know how to communicate with the kids that were there because I didn't understand any of them. Like I literally did not understand any of the kids in school. Um, and so the only way that I could relate to them was by pretending to care about sex all the time. Ran away from the refugees in Germany only to come to the UK, a place full of pack is. Yeah, there's so many refugees in Europe, man. There's so many fucking refugees. They're just everywhere. It's like I would not be able to handle that as a it's not because of their race. It's just because like I feel like the system that they have just like accepts too many people and they don't do like proper background checks on these people. Is that you know, like I've seen those videos of like the refugees just like running across fields and stuff. Like there's so many of them. There's so many. Wait, so you're German too? No, he's not German. He's European Portuguese. He's European Portuguese who, wait, no, he's European Brazilian. He's white Brazilian from the UK. Like he grew up in the UK, but he like is Brazilian at the same time or something. Some kind of weird, some kind of weird liberal stuff like that. Uh, new game show. New game show. Guess the UK guy's name, Greg or Ali Hamaka. Ali Hamaka Mohammed. Yes. Uh, I like going to Greg's. Have you guys ever been to Have you guys ever been to Greg's? Call blimey, I done shagged me wife outside of Greg's. I done shagged me wife. Oh boy. Based memory star. Did I misremember it? Did I do it that bad? Uh, Keck liberal stuff. Yeah, it's pretty liberal stuff. Guy in UK murders 20 kids. Name is always Mohammed. I wonder why. I wonder why. I was called racist at Greg's. Is that an actual green text? No, you remembered it well. Oh, awesome. Cool. Greg's. No, it's not Greg's. It's Greg's. Oh boy. Oh, who's the green guy? Look it up. It's a nice green text. I'll check it out. Sounds good. I always like it when the British people do green text. They're funny people. They know how to be cynical about stuff. TFW no sausage roll from Greg's. Yes. I want to get a sausage roll from Greg's. I think the UK is probably a terrible country. It's probably worse than the USA. It's like the only thing they got right was having free health, but then the free health is shit because they don't even pay for it. Like they cut the healthcare all the time and it's all run on Windows XP and shit. And so like it's pretty bad. Like that's the only thing the UK gets right. See, like UK is probably worse than the US in a lot of ways. I wouldn't I would only want to visit the UK. It seems like a bad place. Like they have those cameras in the UK that they're trying to add facial recognition to them. They're trying to add facial recognition to the cameras in the UK. It's like it's very, very weird stuff going on over there. Aussies are the most cancerous shit posters. Aussies are. I don't want to generalize too much, but I think Aussies are pretty cancerous in general. There's a lot of Australian people who I really like, who are good friends of mine. Like, there's a lot of Australian people who are also really bad. There's some of them who are really good shit posters. I think Australia as a culture has like a good sense of humor. So, let me see here. Norway, kill 50 people, get a PlayStation computer, own a room in prison, complain. What the fuck is Breivik doing? Yeah, Norway, like, I don't understand why they gave that guy so much stuff. I think rehabilitative prisons are good. I think they're good and cool. Like, don't give that guy so much stuff. See, he's just taking advantage of you. He went into an entire court case to get more stuff. It's like, you got too much stuff, man. Just calm down. God, I love shitposting. Yeah, shitposting's fun. I like shitposting too. Like, Norway prisons are pretty cool. It's just some guys, they're like, okay, why do you get so much stuff? Like, calm down, man. Too much stuff. It's because of their Christian culture and stuff or something. Yeah, I gotta go now. Take care and get some sleep. I'll get some sleep eventually. One of these days. Someday. Someday Star will finally drift to bed and never wake up. Very ominous messages going on here. Ominous. One day. What was I talking about? I'm gonna close my eyes now. I'm gonna put the phone down. I'm gonna like open them to look at the chat if people post stuff. So maybe people post more stuff. I think a flea came into my mouth. So I opened my mouth and I think a flea came in my mouth. When it walked in, my mouth is touching the floor, right? There's many things. My hand hurts from holding the phone up. People, fucking niggers and stuff. There's black people walking around. They're like, you want to be in my country? Not without a fight, nigger. Get out. Get out. Get out of my country. Let me see. You sound just like me when I'm just waking up and getting out of bed. I agree. I was called a Russian bot after answering someone's questions a few times. That's just America, man. Do you know how many of these fucking liberals just call everyone a Russian bot? Even though Russia never hacked the election, there's no evidence of Russia hacking the election. No, everyone's a Russian bot because my feelings say so. My feelings say that you're a Russian bot. So you just are. You just are a Russian bot. You just are a Russian bot even though Russia never had hacked the election. Don't even have the resources to. No, you're just a Russian bot. It's fucking retarded. It's literally retarded. And it's like, American liberals are so obsessed with it. It's just sad. It's just really sad. It's like they think Trump is like this Russian agent and stuff, and it's like, yeah, Trump is like a bad guy, but he's not like a fucking Russian agent. Are you literally retarded? You, you know he escalated the Ukraine border crisis, and then he escalated Syria. Ben Shapiro be like, facts don't care about your feelings. I'm deeply Christian. Yeah, well, he's deeply Jewish. He's an Orthodox Jew. That's the worst part. You know, like if you're Orthodox anything, that's bad. That's a bad sign. I think I'm gonna try to get to sleep now. This was a fun live stream. I appreciate people coming out to the live stream and talking and stuff. It was really funny. It's a lot of funny stuff in the chat, so I appreciate it. Um, but yeah, I think I'm gonna head off now and go to sleep. Thank you, for everyone for coming out and listening. Let me see here. Did someone post? Yeah, good night. Good night.